Hi friends, it's me coming to you live with greasy hair and terrible lighting, but I just felt the need to say something because I posted on my Instagram story yesterday about sexual assault, and I got way more answers than I thought that I would, and that makes me really sad, but it also makes me feel less alone in it, if you will. And I've always been scared to talk about it, slash ashamed, slash everything else. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Some of them being my particular story, which I will just share with you now. I was in college, and it was one of my teammates slash really good friends' brothers. We had all gone out together that night. We'd all been drinking. I had repeatedly said no, and I was raped by him. And I didn't know how to feel after that because I felt guilty because it was my best friend's brother. Surely I was mistaken. Maybe I didn't say no. All the things. And it's enlightening looking back on now and realizing what it was. And I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I just want to open up a conversation, especially with my inner circle, because a lot more people responded than I was planning on, which makes me so sad. But I just want to open up a conversation locally because the Me Too movement is amazing. It started the conversation, but it didn't really open the door here locally for us to connect and share our stories. I was very inspired by the people who shared their stories, but I was still really intimidated and scared to share mine. And that was probably a personal thing, but I think the more we talk about it, the more we can heal and the more we can realize past events for what they actually were, because I did not call that event rape until recently. I chalked it up to just being intoxicated and things happening. That's not what it was at all. And then the second thing that happened, I was actually followed home by a stranger, and when I opened my front door, I was pushed inside, and he started to do his thing, and thank God my roommate was home and heard me screaming, and she ran downstairs like a banshee and the savior that she is, and he left and fled the scene. So that did not turn into anything more, but I don't know. It's alarming how many of us have had these experiences, and as uncomfortable as they are to talk about, I feel like we need to talk about them more, just to heal and to raise awareness. Back to the first one who actually raped me, I found out later that someone else had taken him to court for doing the same thing, and she lost, and I didn't know about it at the time, and I felt sick to my stomach because had I spoken up at the time, that could have not only prevented her situation, it also could have helped her win that fight. And I know it's not necessarily my fault, but I still feel guilty about it, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. So if you've experienced anything like this, or if you want to talk about anything, I'm opening a platform, I'm opening a conversation, and I'm here for you because healing sucks and it takes time, and I don't think it's ever fully done. These things come back in waves. I hadn't thought about, I think about it all the time, but it hadn't been this potent until I watched that movie that I talked about, and it's just been here since, which is what prompted me to do this. So if you are interested in a conversation or resources, I do have access to some resources. Let me know. I'm here and I love you, and it is not your fault, and all the things, but mostly I love you, and reach out.